The Forbidden Affair, the love of Marie Antoinette and Count Axel von Fersen. In 1770, the young Austrian Archduchess, Marie Antoinette, arrived in France to marry King Louis XVI. At just 14 years old, she was thrust into the glittering but suffocating court of Versailles. Her marriage to Louis was a political arrangement designed to strengthen the bond between France and Austria, but the union was far from ideal. Marie Antoinette was youthful, vivacious, and full of spirit, while her husband, Louis, was shy, introverted, and burdened by the pressure to produce an heir. Their relationship was strained from the start, with Louis often unable to fulfill his marital duties, further isolating Marie Antoinette within the walls of Versailles. As the years went by, the Queen found herself increasingly alienated in a world that demanded her to be both a symbol of the monarchy and a dutiful wife. While she tried to maintain an air of grace, the public's disdain for her continued to grow. Rumors about her lavish spending habits, her inability to produce an heir, and her perceived frivolity filled the air. Meanwhile, her relationship with Louis remained distant, and the Queen became known for her extravagant wardrobe, indulgent lifestyle, and the extravagant fêtes at Versailles. Yet, amid the pressure of court life and the increasingly hostile attitude toward her, Marie Antoinette found solace in an unlikely friendship. Count Axel von Fersen, a handsome Swedish nobleman, entered her life in the late 1770s, and their connection grew quickly. Fersen was not only striking in appearance but also intelligent and gallant. He had been sent to France as an official representative of Sweden and had met the Queen on several occasions, with his charm and respect for her quickly winning her over. Their first meeting marked the beginning of a bond that would evolve into something more profound. Fersen, who had long admired Marie Antoinette from afar, became one of her few true confidants. Their initial interactions were filled with mutual respect, but their friendship soon deepened. Count Fersen treated her not like a queen, but like a woman, and he saw in her not the symbol of the monarchy, but a woman trapped in a gilded cage, struggling to find a sense of self amidst the court's expectations. Marie Antoinette, in turn, felt a deep connection to Fersen. His kindness and understanding were a balm to her wounded soul. She began to trust him, confiding in him the struggles of her marriage and the loneliness that haunted her at Versailles. Slowly, their relationship blossomed into an intense, passionate love affair, one that was both deeply emotional and ultimately forbidden. Their secret meetings at the Petit Trianon, a private retreat Marie Antoinette had built away from the formalities of Versailles, became the center of their stolen moments. Here, away from the prying eyes of the court, they could be free to express their emotions, free to be themselves. Their love was something that neither could deny, even though both understood the dangers of their connection. Axel von Fersen was a foreign nobleman, and Marie Antoinette was the Queen of France. Their affair could bring ruin to both of them if discovered. Despite their best efforts to keep their love hidden, whispers began to spread throughout the court. The closeness between the Queen and the Swedish Count became too obvious to ignore. Courtiers and attendants began to gossip, and rumors of an affair grew louder. But Marie Antoinette and Fersen remained devoted to one another, unable to deny the depth of their feelings. As the 1780s unfolded, the political climate in France grew increasingly tense. The country was on the brink of financial collapse, and revolutionary sentiment was beginning to spread. The Queen's lavish lifestyle and the rumors of her relationship with Fersen only added fuel to the fire. Marie Antoinette was already disliked by the people, who saw her as a symbol of royal excess. The affair with Fersen turned her into a figure of scandal, even as it provided her with the emotional support she desperately needed. In 1791, the royal family attempted to escape Paris during the flight to Varennes, hoping to find refuge in the eastern provinces and escape the increasing threats of the revolution. Fersen played a key role in the plan, helping to orchestrate the royal family's flight. But the escape was foiled, and the royal family was caught and brought back to Paris, where they were humiliated and imprisoned. The failed escape attempt sealed their fate and marked the beginning of the end for the French monarchy. Fersen's loyalty to Marie Antoinette was unwavering, but the revolution's momentum could not be stopped. As the monarchy was slowly dismantled and the revolution gained force, Fersen continued to try to help the queen, even at great personal risk. In 1793, as the revolutionaries closed in, Marie Antoinette was put on trial for treason. The charges were politically motivated, and the trial was a farce. Yet despite the injustice, the sentence was clear. The queen would be executed. During the days leading up to her execution, Marie Antoinette remained composed, but it was clear that her heart was broken. She had lost everything: the life she once knew, her family, her dignity, and soon her life. Fersen, though far away in Sweden, was desperate to do something, anything, to save her. But the forces of the revolution were too powerful, and there was no escape for the queen. On October 16, 1793, Marie Antoinette was led to the guillotine. Her final moments were marked by quiet dignity. As she ascended the scaffold, she is said to have accidentally stepped on the foot of her executioner and, with a soft apology, met her fate. Her death was not only the tragic end of a queen, but also the loss of the woman whom Count Axel von Fersen had loved with all his heart. Fersen was devastated by her death. His loyalty to Marie Antoinette remained undiminished, but he could not shake the profound grief of losing her. In the years following her execution, he returned to Sweden, where he continued to live in the shadow of his love for the queen. Though he would never marry, his thoughts often returned to the woman who had captured his heart and changed his life forever. He lived out his days with a broken heart, and even in death, his loyalty to Marie Antoinette was unwavering. Their love, though never fully acknowledged by the public in their lifetimes, became the stuff of legend. The passionate and forbidden affair between the Queen of France and the Swedish Count was a scandal that would live on in history. It was a story of love, loyalty, and sacrifice, set against the backdrop of one of the most tumultuous periods in European history. In the end, their love affair, though secret and doomed, became one of the most poignant and tragic tales of the French Revolution, a testament to the power of love in the face of impossible odds, and to the sacrifice made for devotion that transcended the boundaries of time and station. Thank you so much for watching and supporting. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. Your support means everything. Take care,